Welcome to Mega Stadiums. Today, we're covering one of the most anticipated moments in Major League Soccer history, the opening of Miami Freedom Park, Inter Miami's stunning new home. After nearly 12 years of planning, political battles, and 5 rejected stadium sites, David Beckham's dream is finally becoming reality. In just 2 months, the gates will open to a 25,000-seat architectural marvel that features the largest canopy roof in MLS, a billion-dollar mixed-use entertainment district, and the largest new public park in Miami in generations. This is the story of how a former England captain transformed an abandoned golf course into a world-class football destination. Let's get started. The story of Miami Freedom Park begins not in 2026, but in 2014, when David Beckham stood before the world and announced his intention to bring Major League Soccer to Miami. As part of his contract with LA Galaxy years earlier, Beckham had secured the right to purchase an MLS expansion franchise for just $25 million, a bargain even then. But there was one critical condition. He needed a stadium site in downtown Miami. What followed was one of the most challenging stadium sagas in American sports history. Beckham's first proposal in March 2014 targeted Port Miami, a waterfront plot next to what was then the American Airlines Arena. The vision was spectacular, a 25,000-seat stadium on Dodge Island with access from downtown Miami and sweeping views across Biscayne Bay. But powerful opposition emerged immediately. Royal Caribbean and other cruise ship interests formed the Miami Seaport Alliance, launching a sophisticated campaign claiming the stadium would clog port traffic and interfere with expansion plans. After Port Miami was blocked, 3 more proposals quickly collapsed. A waterfront boat slipped between the American Airlines Arena and Museum Park, land adjacent to Marlins Park in Little Havana, and a transit-oriented site in Overtown that faced lawsuits from activist Bruce Matheson claiming the no-bid deal violated state law. The turning point came in 2017 when brothers Jorge and Jose Mas, leaders of construction giant Mastech, joined Beckham's ownership group. They convinced Beckham to pursue something far more ambitious, transforming the 131-acre Melreese Country Club, a city-owned golf course next to Miami International Airport, into a massive mixed-use development. In July 2018, the Miami Freedom Park concept was unveiled, a 25,000-seat stadium anchoring over 1 million square feet of retail and entertainment, 750 hotel rooms, and a 58-acre public park, all 100% privately funded with above-market rent on a 99-year lease. In November 2018, 60% of Miami voters approved the project in a referendum, and finally, in April 2022, 8 years after Beckham's initial announcement, the Miami City Commission voted 4-1 to approve Miami Freedom Park. The deal was done. Now came the hard part, building it. While the stadium drama unfolded, Inter Miami needed a temporary home. In early 2019, the ownership group secured a 50-year lease for land in Fort Lauderdale, where the aging Lockhart Stadium stood idle after the Fort Lauderdale Strikers relocated. The club received approval to demolish Lockhart and build a new modular stadium on the same site. A $60 million project entirely funded by Inter Miami. The timeline was extreme. Demolition approval came in April 2019. Inter Miami's MLS debut was scheduled for March 2020, giving them less than 11 months to demolish an entire stadium and build a new one. Remarkably, they succeeded. Chase Stadium, as it's now known following sponsorship deals, opened in July 2020 with capacity for 21,550 fans. The stadium features a north-south orientation to prevent sun glare for goalkeepers and includes a 50,000 square foot training center plus 6 additional practice fields for the club's academy. Chase Stadium witnessed Inter Miami's first ever MLS match in August 2020. It hosted international friendlies, playoff matches, and most significantly, Lionel Messi's debut in July 2023, which transformed the club from MLS expansion side to global phenomenon overnight. But Chase Stadium was always meant to be temporary. After 6 years and countless memories, Inter Miami would finally be coming home. Construction at Miami Freedom Park officially commenced in August 2023, marking the beginning of one of the most ambitious stadium projects in MLS history. The development team represents the pinnacle of international expertise. Miami-based architectural powerhouse Arquitectonica designed the master plan for the entire complex. Kansas City-based Manica Architecture leads the stadium design. Structural engineering giant Thornton Tomasetti provides engineering services, and CAA Icon manages the massive construction effort. The stadium itself is an architectural statement designed to capture Miami's energy and style. The structure features a two-tier seating bowl with an elevated main concourse that provides clear circulation and sightlines throughout the venue. Sideline premium towers house luxury clubs, executive suites, and a modern press box. But the showpiece, the element that sets Miami Freedom Park apart from every other MLS stadium, is the massive tensile cable canopy roof. This isn't just any roof. Spanning from the touchlines all the way out over the concourse, the canopy will be the largest in Major League Soccer. Indeed, engineering a lightweight tensile roof that can withstand Category 5 hurricane winds represents one of the project's greatest technical challenges. By mid-January 2026, construction had reached several critical milestones. David Beckham himself visited the site on January 16th, posting photos to Instagram showing the stadium's dramatic progress. As of early February 2026, the structural elements of the canopy roof are approximately 70% complete, with crews now focused on raising the massive roof structure into place. The exterior shell of the stadium is largely finished, with the full seating bowl visible. Inside, intensive work continues on finishing the luxury suites, locker rooms, dining areas, concourses, restrooms, and premium amenities that will define the matchday experience. The transportation infrastructure has been carefully designed to handle 25,000 fans arriving next to one of America's busiest airports. The site includes more than 4,500 parking spaces, along with 2.5 miles of new roads. A planned bridge will connect across the Tamiami Canal to the Miami Intermodal Center, providing direct access to Metro Rail, Tri-Rail commuter trains, and Miami International Airport. In early 2025, Miami commissioners approved $20 million in infrastructure funding for roads and utilities surrounding the development. Additionally, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announced an $8 million grant from the state's Job Growth Grant Fund to support infrastructure improvements. However, as of late February 2026, reports indicated the city was holding the project's master permit pending the developer's final payment of a $25 million contribution towards citywide park improvements, a requirement of the original lease agreement. The numbers behind Miami Freedom Park are staggering. The total development cost is estimated at approximately $1.3 billion, with the stadium itself accounting for roughly $350 million of that investment. This makes it one of the largest privately funded sports developments in American history. Crucially, not a single dollar of public money is being used for construction. The project is entirely financed by the ownership group and commercial lenders. The ownership structure reflects both local roots and global ambition. Jorge Mas and Jose Mas, Miami natives who lead the Maztec construction empire, serve as managing owners. David Beckham, the global football icon who launched this dream in 2014, holds a significant ownership stake. And remarkably, Lionel Messi, who joined in 2023, will receive equity in the team upon his retirement, cementing his long-term connection to the project. In November 2025, Inter Miami made it official. Miami Freedom Park would open its doors on April 4th. The club announced their complete 2026 schedule, revealing that the inaugural home match would feature Austin FC as the opponent. This timing provides a small cushion for construction. The economic impact of Miami Freedom Park extends far beyond the stadium itself. During the construction phase alone, the project is expected to create over 13,000 direct, indirect, and induced jobs, generating $680 million in labor income and more than $55 million in state and local taxes. Upon completion, operations will sustain approximately 3,000 annual jobs across the stadium: retail, entertainment, hospitality, and office sectors. The development is projected to generate approximately $40 million in annual tax revenue for Miami. Over the 99-year lease period, Miami anticipates receiving approximately $2.67 billion in total revenue from the project. For a city that contributed no public funds to construction, this represents an extraordinary return. For Inter Miami, the financial transformation will be immediate and significant. At Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, the club has operated with the constraints of a temporary facility never designed for their long-term needs. Miami Freedom Park will have more capacity, adding premium hospitality spaces that command significantly higher revenues. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Inter Miami enters this new chapter riding unprecedented momentum. The club won its first major trophy, the 2025 MLS Cup, and extended Lionel Messi's contract through 2028. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be hosted across North America, with 7 matches scheduled at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, meaning the world's eyes will be on South Florida just as Miami Freedom Park establishes itself as a premier football destination. As construction crews work around the clock to meet the April 4th deadline, one thing is certain: this stadium represents more than just concrete, steel, and cable. It's the realization of David Beckham's 12-year dream. It's Jorge and Jose Maz's gift to their hometown. It's Lionel Messi's new stage. And it's Miami's declaration that this city belongs at the forefront of North America football. After 5 rejected sites, countless setbacks, a global pandemic, and years of uncertainty, Inter Miami is finally coming home. And that's the complete story of Miami Freedom Park. From David Beckham's impossible dream in 2014 to the spectacular reality opening on April 4th, 2026. What do you think about Inter Miami's journey and their stunning new home? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. See you next week.